I'm Jordan Giorgio from Chat Sports, and it's time for Quick Hitters presented by Game Time, the #1 mobile app for last-minute sports and concert tickets at the best price in seconds. Go ahead and visit chatsports.com/tickets to download. Let's get started with highlights from last night's Game 5 in the Western Conference Finals. The Houston Rockets have taken the 3-2 lead after a 98-94 victory in Game 5 against the Golden State Warriors. Both teams were rocky and struggled from the start, but things ended up getting down to the wire, and the Rockets pulled through thanks to Eric Gordon, who scored a team-high 24 points off the bench, while Chris Paul added 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Although Paul unfortunately suffered a right hamstring strain late in the fourth quarter and has been ruled out for Game 6. Tomorrow night at Golden State, he is set to be reevaluated after the team returns to Houston. That was your recap from last night. Let's now check out all the latest news and rumors within the NBA. Well, before the start of Game 5 last night, Warriors coach Steve Kerr had some words to say following the NFL's decision to ban players for kneeling on the field during the national anthem. Kerr called the move idiotic along with this statement. It's just typical of the NFL. They're just playing to their fan base, basically trying to use the anthem as fake patriotism, nationalism, scaring people. So NBA fans, I want to know from you guys, what were your thoughts after you learned about the NFL's new national anthem policy? Go ahead and get your comments in the section below, or go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at Jordan Giorgio and let me know what you thought. Moving on now, the Phoenix Suns are set to start things off on draft night, although it seems that the Suns front office aren't ruling out the idea of trading their #1 overall pick in this year's NBA draft. The Suns also hold the #16 pick, and with this year's draft class being stacked with front court players, the Suns will be able to address their biggest team needs one way or the other. Suns general manager Ryan McDonough has previously addressed the question on if the Suns will trade out, saying, "We're certainly open to that. We'll consider it. Obviously, we'll have more information closer to the draft than we do today after we go through the workout process and the interview process, and then we get the medical physicals. So we're open to that." And moving on, well, the Orlando Magic are still in search of their next head coach, and according to Mike Scotta of The Athletic, the Magic are currently targeting Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo. Now, last season with the Spartans was perhaps Izzo's most difficult off the court. Despite winning the Big Ten regular season title, Michigan State was constantly in the headlines, from past sexual assault allegations to star Miles Bridges receiving illegal benefits. Izzo has so far been cleared of doing anything wrong, but back in 2010, Izzo actually had the opportunity to double his salary and coach in the NBA when the Cleveland Cavaliers came knocking on his door, and he declined that offer then. So will Izzo really be making the switch to the NBA? We're just going to have to wait and see. After helping lead the Toronto Raptors to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, but unfortunately falling to the Cavaliers in the second round, the Raptors fired their head coach Dwane Casey. According to Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, Casey is a primary target for the head coaching position open for the Detroit Pistons. Now, Casey made some magic happen in Toronto, and with the trio of Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, and Reggie Jackson, he would have some playmakers to work with in Detroit. And lastly, Paul George, one of the biggest names of this summer's free agency class, has been connected to many teams this offseason. However, according to Dean Blevins of News 9 in Oklahoma City, George may be staying with the Thunder. He states, "Allegedly, apparently, Paul George plans to stay with the Thunder. I know it's not what people believe in separate conversations. I'm told Paul George's agent has told people associated with the NBA that PG believes the injury loss of Andre Robertson was huge and he's staying." Now, he does add, disclaimer though, believing everything that agents allegedly say can be dangerous to your health. So we're going to go ahead and take this with a grain of salt. But before we sign off, I want to know from you guys, where do you think that Paul George will play next season? Get your predictions in the comment section below, or go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at Jordan Giorgio. Let me know where you think he will be. But that was Quick Hitters. I'm Jordan Giorgio. Make sure to go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Until next time, I'll see ya.